Hello everyone. Now in this session we are going to see how to build a main activity to display a course list in a recycler view by fetching the data from the server. So let's start building this. Here this is our main activity XML file. We can switch to code from here. So as I show you, first we need to add a recycler view in our code, but before that we will see a manifest file. So starting from the manifest file, you can see that we have added a network security config attribute in application tag, and we have uses internet permission. So this network security config tag is referring a network security config file which is declared here, as I already told you. So what you have to do is to right click here, then go to new, then click on Android resource folder. After that you have to select the type of folder that you want to create, let's say XML, then click OK. So like already the folder is created here, so it's asking to use a name. So then after this, in this XML, right click here, then select new XML resource file, click on it, give the name of that file is network underscore security underscore config.xml. So let's see the content of this file. Here in network security config tag, we have the domain config tag is declared with clear text traffic permitted true, and here I have mentioned the IP address of my machine, so that when I am sending a request from uh, that Android mobile phone will send a request to this particular IP address, so we need this permission to add in our manifest file. Okay, now let's start creating with Android application by let's start creating the recycler view. Here in activity main.xml file, I have added android x.recyclerview.which.recyclerview, and the course list is the ID of this recycler view, with this match parent and height is wrap content. Here the linear layout is used, in which I have declared a recycler view. Okay, so let's see the recycler view adapter class. So we need this class so that we can uh, pass the data to this recycler view adapter, so that our course list will be generated. So this recycler view adapter, here you can see we have extended recycler view dot adapter, and in that recycler view dot adapter dot view holder. So this view holder is nothing but a class declared inside this recycler view adapter class, which is this public class view holder. Okay, now as I told you that in recycler view adapter class we need to declare three methods. So that is on create view holder. So in this on create view holder we are inflating the layout. So we required this parent that tells that view this particular inflator belongs to which parent. So we required a context from that parent. So here view object is created using layout inflator dot from, and getting the context using parent dot get context dot inflating this r dot layout dot list items. I will tell you how this list item is created, then the parent in which that list item is being used, and it's not attached with the root node, so it's false. Now here we are returning this view in a view holder object. So view holder object will receive this view. As I already have seen here, in this view holder we are going to pass in this view holder constructor we are passing this view called item view. So this layout is used r dot layout dot list item, and we are passing this view to view holder. So view holder object is created here. Then next, onBind view holder method will return a view holder in this holder object and the position of that particular list item. So in this method, using this holder, we are going to call the bind method and passing this position to this bind method, as I have already told. So here our bind method. In this bind method, we are receiving the position, and this view holder class we have declared text view, a name, abbreviation and code, which I'll tell you in the list view that I've created here in that layout folder list item. And we have initialized all this list item by finding the view from item view dot find view by their particular ID and initializing this view. And in bind method, we are assigning the value by retrieving it from the course array list and storing in that in a course object, and through that object retrieving the name, abbreviation and CID and initializing those text view. So let's see the list item XML. Here the list item XML, I am using a card view so that it display a card type structure. Then padding is set to 5, margin, layout margin is set to 5, width is match parent, height is wrap content of this card view. Inside this card view, it holds only one view. So I have declared relative layout inside that card layout, and in that relative layout I have declared a text view which display a course name, another text view which display the course abbreviation, and another text view which display a course code. So here from the design you can see this is the card. We have a database, we have a name of that course, then we have a short name of the course, then we have a course code. So some dummy example is used here. Now let's come back to our Recyclerview adapter class. So as you know, that list item is inflated here in our onCreate view holder method. We are inflating the layout and returning the layout to view holder. So as I discussed, this Recyclerview adapter class, this two variable, context and array list, and a constructor, so that we can pass this value to initialize this variable. Okay, so this is the way we can create a Recyclerview adapter. Now let's come back to our main activity. Here in our main activity, I have declared a course list. In that course list, it's a array list and a Recyclerview and Recyclerview adapter. So our main activity will display a list of courses. So we need this Recyclerview and Recyclerview adapter and array list to hold the data. So here we are initializing the Recyclerview by finding it from r.id.course list and setting the layout manager for that Recyclerview, a linear layout manager, and passing the context. Then next we have declared a Recyclerview adapter, and then we have created an object passing the context and the courses. So initially this course has nothing in it, it holds an empty object of array list. So it has initially nothing, so nothing will be displayed in a list. Then setting the Recyclerview.set adapter, so we have set this Recyclerview adapter to this Recyclerview. Now the next important thing come here is the retrofit. So before using retrofit, let's see some API that we have declared. So here you can see public interface API. Get course method, this get course method is used to get the course detail like practical content, unit content, exam scheme and all those things, data will be fetched. And here get course method, so get courses method will retrieve the course, a complete course. So it's a course list that we are retrieving. So response of that courses method is a list of courses. Then here API URL that I have declared, so API URL class, static final string variable is declared base URL. I have mentioned the path up to which my API is declared. Then next I have created a model of course. So here class course and CID, CNAME, abbreviation and credits, all these fields are similar to the field that is defined in our PHP MySQL. You can see it here. In courses there is a subject table, and for subject table you can see the structure: CID, name, abbreviation, ISE, ESE, practical, presentation, internal and credits. So this is same as this one, and I have declared one constructor to initialize all this value. So this is the model for our course class. Then let's come back to our main activity. Now let's start with creating the object of retrofit. So we have created an object of retrofit as discussed, retrofit.builder.base URL, passing the URL. Then add converter factory. So here we have added JSON converter factory dot create method. It initializes with default JSON converter factory. Then we are calling the build method over this method. So here our retrofit object is created. Now the API service interface object is initialized using retrofit.create API service.class, so that we can call those methods that we have declared. So in the to get the courses from the server, we are using service.get courses and passing the action is CList. So our action is CList. So this will give a response to a call, and we are adding this request in a queue using call.enqueue, which required a callback method. So we have added a callback method in enqueue here. So in callback we are going to get a list of courses. We need to override onResponse method and onFailure method. In onResponse we are going to retrieve the data from the server. So up to this point we have created our Recyclerview, we have created our Recyclerview adapter, and we have set the Recyclerview adapter to Recyclerview. But this courses is a array list, which is an empty list. It does not hold anything. Now we need to fetch that course from the server. So when we are making this call, so after receiving a response, then only this code will execute. So I have written everything in this on response method, or you can create one method here and call that method and write whatever the code here in that method, whatever the code of this method, you can write in a separate method. So in on response we are getting the response in this response object. So response.body method has a list. I am converting that list into a array list, and the course is initialized. So here the course list is a array list in our main activity, and I am reinitializing it. Sometime you need to declare courses.clear before reinitializing the course content. So what I have just commented it. So I have just refilled this, reinitialize this course array list. Now in Recyclerview adapter I am setting the courses. So in our Recyclerview I have already passed these courses, but initially it is nothing. So when I have retrieved this list from the server, I need to update this course. So in the Recyclerview adapter I have create a setter method so that I can update a course list through this setter method. So I'm calling this setter method from the main activity Recyclerview adapter dot set courses, then passing these courses. So after updating the course array list in a Recyclerview, I have to notify Recyclerview adapter that the data has changed. So the method is notify data set change will notify the Recyclerview that the data set is changed. You need to update your view. So here for testing that I am getting the count, the number of courses that I have fetched from the server, and if the on response method will not work and due to some network connectivity, you will get the message, you will get the log message here in on failure method. So let's test this. When I'm going to run this application, it will retrieve this course from the server. So here you can see I have two courses in the database and it retrieves those two courses. So let's add one more course here. CID, that is IT323, course name mobile application development, MID, ISE is 30, ESE is 40, practical. So we don't have any practical, I'm leaving it blank. Then presentation is 50, internal is 30, and credit is 4. So let's insert this value. Oh, 0 marks for practical. So here our course is added, but you can see here when I have added that course, it's not get updated, or I don't have any feature here to get that updated list. So I need to close this application. Then again I have to restart this application. That is my course. So let's search it. Where is the my course? My course, map, navigation, my application. What is this activity name? Is my course. Yeah, here it is, my course. So when I am opening this activity, you can see here this card layout has a border and the third subject that we have added. So mobile application development. So here the order is not in that particular order. So what we need to do is to update our API, and here when we are retrieving the course list, we can sort that course list by specific order by CNAME. Okay, so let's close this activity again and then retrieve it, restart it, so that we'll see the courses are in order now. So mobile application development, object-oriented technology and web technology. So this is the Recyclerview, and we are fetching the data from the server. And next part is when we are going to click on this particular list item, we need to open a new activity, that is a tab activity. In that tabbed activity, we need to display the content as we are going to fetch it from the server. So I hope you are now able to understand how to take the data, or how to retrieve the data from the server. In the next video, we will see how to retrieve the course detail when we are going to click on this list item, and how we are going to click on this list item in a recycler view. Thank you.